the other hand, we got the Zol coming out from Bamya. Zol being, well, we all know about Zol. I don't have to talk about Zol.
Yeah. The thing about Bamya is he's such a mystery. It feels like this man, each morning he wakes up, he flips a coin between being the best player in the region or just being a ranked warrior. Like, this guy's performance from one day to the other can vary so incredibly much. And so we're gonna see which Bamya it is that we've got in the lobby right now. So far, it is looking fairly solid.
Indeed it is, in this Cannon gameplay, putting in some work at the moment. Cannon being a very solid weapon at the moment. So people are very much complaining about it right now. They're like, what? A 4-hit string? It KOs me from orange? That's broken. Well, welcome to Brawlhalla, man. Everything's broken, including that down signature, able to grab himself the KO.
Nice.
Ahmet getting the first strike there and opting for those gauntlets.
Okay. Let's see, able to catch a quick punish there. Bamya will be able to find that wake up though, get that knockout. Very nicely done. Sticking to the cannon here. He is slightly damaged, but he has the weapon advantage. Let's see if he's able to make something good happen with it. That's a no. Ahmet picking up those gauntlets very swiftly. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Incredible opportunity to go for a massive string there with the GC. He can't touch the ground! What is going on? He still barely has any options.
Caught in the bear trap as well. That is huge damage from Zol right there. And this is going to be now Bamya taking that lead back from Ahmet, throwing out the N-Sig, but it's going to be a little bit misplaced. A downer from the bow, though, might just do it. Yes, it will. Bamya falling down once again in what has been a very, very quick match. I've got to say, we're only a minute and a half in, falling down to final stocks for Bamya. But we saw him even things up very, very quickly with just one cannon side air, though he now has the axe, and I'm sure Ahmet is not going to be allowing him to get in that range where he can grab one. So Bamya is going to have to be very smart here. Already disarmed, though, because of the dexterity changes, that low dex of Zol, putting him in a bad spot at the moment, and he's actually going in with unarmed against bow. Is it confidence or misguided? I don't know. Either way, he is definitely racking all the damage right now.
Doing very well, full stock lead, and he is just looking to close this out. It's going to take a couple more true combos, but Bamya has great pressure on him, able to find that knockout, evening things out. And I mean, he does have a cannon. He does have that 0 to knockout potential. Usually comes out, but he's able to get back up through the stage.
So
the sideline recovery will find it.
Yeah, like as soon as I saw Cannon is very, very solid. And
0 damage on the axe is crazy. 0 damage on the axe is absolutely insane. Yeah, Bamya is just sticking to the cannon through and through. If he gets one hit, that would be an infinitely larger amount than what we were saying. There you go. There it is. Not a one trick. Confirmed live on stream. Not a one hit. Not a one trick. He got 2 dares and a neutralite. Is he able to get another one? True combo comes out. He is actually making things happen. I mean, why wasn't he on the axe last game?
Maybe this game he's never going to touch the cannon and it's going to be all axe damage. That would be really funny. I don't know how well it would work, although right now it is working rather well with Ahmet's sweat beating, and that's a quick ground pound coming in from Bamya. Very nice option to do so. And let's see what he opts for. It is going to be the cannon, so nope, we're not going to see. Well, assuming he actually hits a option. But yeah, we're just going to see what he can do. Recovery comes out from Ahmet, getting up in the air, trying to grab himself that GC Enlight, which, I mean, that's a really good way to try and grab a KO with bow, considering how difficult it is at KOing on its own. As you can see, already into the 200s. There we go, finally getting the KO.
Going to be the neutralite to do the trick, keeping him away from the ground. Pushing him away, trying to get a little bit of a weapon guard set up, but Bamya able to pick up that axe. Nice string from Ahmet, pushing him off stage. This is great work thus far, and the weapon throw to clean things up. The dare comes in, and that is going to be a super, super crazy knockout in the second stock. That's a full stock lead now, well deserved for Ahmet. That, I mean, it's not even a gimmick at this point. That was just clean, surgical precision over and over again.
Indeed it was. He's very well practiced in those situations. Bamya now has the cannon, trying to even things back up. I mean, it's a good option that you have the KO confirm but it's not going to do it just yet, so he's got to build up some more damage if possible. But of course, Ahmet racking up the damage back in his direction, now disarmed, grabbing that axe. He disarms Ahmet and puts him into an offstage situation, but grabbing right back on. Ahmet is ready to fight, throwing away his weapon. I don't think that's good for Bamya. Oh, man.
I saw Bamya stand on the ground, miss an attack, and what punish does Ahmet go for? He walks up and does a bow end light. He uses bow end light so much. Bamya able to find the knockout now, taking them both to last stock, but it seems his game plan, at least part of it, is just keeping him in the air, and it's working out well. Tries to go for a read, that could have been devastating. Ahmet is staying unpredictable though.
Indeed, that Nair just barely not KOing, and he had to go for something bigger there with that GC downlight. And once that whiffed, I'm sure he knew it was over. And Ahmet will be...
Yeah, just setting up the juggle over and over and over again. Super good game plan so far from Ahmet, and Bamya is just struggling to find a landing. He does get the stage control, but he gives it up just as fast. Ahmet able to sweep in with a neutral light. Tries to push him off stage, but the end light is going to go missed.
Okay, here we go, Bamya. Able to get a couple hits. And right there, that's showing the prowess of the Zol. It doesn't take too many hits to rack up big damage, but the same can be said about Ahmet right there, pulling back the lead. He's going to pick up the cannon, try and get some juggles going with these nairs, but he lets Ahmet back down onto the ground. And he's looking, of course, for that downlight KO confirm if he can, or sweeps with the read, and that Sider's going to do it. Bamya finally taking himself a lead.
Yeah, nice little read to get that stock off, and we're sticking it to the axe now. D-Light recovery comes out, not going to be enough to get the knockout. Able to get him on that landing though. Tries to go back to touch the wall. I smell the axe recovery from a mile away. Bamya showing great constraint though, and the end light is going to find the knockout. Nicely done from Ahmet.
One thing I'm noticing that when Ahmet has the bow and Bamya is in the air, Ahmet keeps going for like the very first option, and Bamya continues to fall right back into it, which is why he keeps doing these recoveries and GC end lights. And that's going to work out really good for him if Bamya continues to go right into it, but not if he does that. Bamya able to secure himself a stock and the weapon advantage. This is definitely the best lead he's had all sets. So the question is, can he convert this into a win? I'm sure he can.
Doing great work with the cannon thus far. Finds the Sair, tries to get a panic option just in case Ahmet was running back into him or drifting into him, but he won't find that one. Pushes him off stage yet again, goes for another dare, but he can't string it together. He can't find the super important flow that you need on the cannon, because Ahmet is doing such a great job at staying unpredictable. None of that is going to matter in the face of a neutral signature though. Just like that.
Around in his favor. Still on this small world's end. Gotta say, it's funny how in twos there's like such diverse map picks now after the map pool change, but in ones it's still all the same.
Yeah, for sure. It's been like that for a long time. There's just a couple of you can make any changes to the map pool whatsoever. They're always just going to pick the one that resembles small mammoth the most.
Got a point. Why don't just bring it back, DMG, please? We need small mammoth. We need small brawlhaven. We need it back, please.
Okay, nice couple of sidelights coming out from Bamya, just like that. That's a first strike, doing a great job so far on this cannon, and he's sticking to it as well. He's got that gold forged cannon. You definitely know which one's the favorite child in his weapon repertoire.
Note about that. Okay, look at these sidelights. Multiple times Bamya has been getting able to get these sidelight into sidelight reads. And of course, that's a very opportune way for cannon players to rack up big damage. But there we go, a dodge down is caught by Ahmet. Grabs himself the bow, he is setting it back up. And it's very interesting to see how much Ahmet is sticking to the bow, because I feel like more people would expect him to be on the gauntlets more. I mean, considering his prowess with it, considering the Petra and the
dude,
but I don't know, Bamya.
He's piecing it up right now. That was insane. Back to back to back into the signature. He is playing with his food almost at this point. He's found a working concept, and he is just running it as far as he possibly can. Swapping over to the axe now. Now, I am going to go on a limb and say that's a 200 IQ move. He wants to get knocked out with the axe, so we can go right back into the cannon and go right back into just smacking him with the sidelights.
That's right. He may have won the battle, but he's looking to win the war with this cannon right now. But Ahmet's getting a nice little piece right there. Goes for the recovery as well. Look at this continuing to fall right back into it. I'm telling you, Bamya is not using any aerial options. He continues to try and fall right back to the stage, and Ahmet is right there for it every single time. And that's how you see he's already built up such a substantial amount of damage on Bamya's second stock. He still is in the lead, though, so he's got a chance to bring things back around, especially with the cannon that he throws away, of course.
Okay, tries to go for the second one. Won't connect that one, though. Nair comes out, and that is going to be the stock. And yeah, Ahmet, with those recoveries and with those neutral, it feels like both of these players are trying to complete battle pass missions. Bamya with the side lights on the cannon, and Ahmet with the recoveries and end lights on the bow.
You might be right, but do they know that it does not count? Okay, that was very, very close for Ahmet. He snuck it back on at the last seconds, but yeah, that is, oh my goodness, that is very, very close for Ahmet. And Bamya empty hopping at the moment, hoping to check or get himself like a side air or something that'll do a substantial amount of force.
Oh no!
Before Ahmet has the chance to do this.
Oh, that's so close! And then Enisig, it's going to be enough. Wow, wow. I mean, that was so close for Bamya to lose it all at the very end there. I feel like
record, it would still feel really nice for Ahmet to finally get that one over him. But Bamya looking to continue the streak, and now that he's got himself a 2-win streak with these with his sets, I mean, he's got the momentum behind him. Though, like you said, Ahmet certainly brought things back around in the last part of that game. So it's really anyone's game at this point.
Lots of pressure right now for Ahmet. This could be a reverse 3-0 for Bamya right here. Able to pick up the sidelight, the notorious sidelight that he's using so much throughout this game. Dare is going to connect, but the signature will not. Ahmet controlling the ground, but he will take that dare to the face.
That he will, picking up the gauntlets, which we have really not seen much of from Ahmet all set. We'll see if he can put in the work now. Tries to go for the recovery, but not gonna hit. And Bamya, of course, looking for a knockout blow if he can, but he's also content to just grab some damage. Once again, swapping back over to the cannon. The weapon throw is gonna... oh, yep, nice. Very nice side air coming out. Bamya gonna take the first stock here, but very, very damaged.
Sticking to the cannon as well. Definitely figured out this is the winning strategy against Ahmet, but we're seeing a recovery come out. Whenever there's one recovery, there's always going to be more. It's going to be the dare instead this time around, mixing things up a little bit, 90 degrees in fact, to get that knockout this time around.
Yeah, and honestly, it was good that Bamya, he dodged down against the recovery, so for once he was able to get away from that aerial juggle with Ahmet's bow, because he's been really, really struggling with that. So maybe he's finally figured out how to get around it. Either way, the cannon starting to put in some work, but he's in a not-so-great position against Bow off stage, especially with this signature kit that Ahmet has to his disposal. You've really got to be careful swapping out the weapon for another bow to keep Bamya unarmed. This is looking a little bit shaky for him.
Big bow plays. Big bow plays for Ahmet, racking up the damage and finding the knockout just like that. He's got a lead here in the second stock. Is he going to stick to the bow? Yes, he will. The gauntlet is doing great work, but he believes in this strategy.
Nice true combo. In light as well, pushing Ahmet off stage, going for the quick side sig. Once again, an option that he has not used all game, so he was not expecting it whatsoever. Bamya doing a great job capitalizing there, and we are now one stock apiece in this Game 5. Who is going to take home the victory here? It is neck and neck, ladies and gentlemen. And we can see it, the result of that, which is Bamya really taking a back foot. You can see he's very, very careful with his options. Does not want to get too aggressive.
Oh, he got the dodge!
Look what happens. Look what happens when Ahmet gets aggressive.
Sidelight comes out. We're seeing the gauntlets. Oh, but he swaps over. He's able to catch the landing. The neutral signature is going to connect out of all of the moves you can go for. The side signature, Bamya's getting creative. He's trying to throw Ahmet off guard. It's not working though. Recovery comes out, almost enough to get that knockout. Next one is going to do the trick. GC and Light wake up to throw him off, and the signature, he finds it! He wins it 3-2!
Oh my goodness, man. How did that happen? I mean, the reverse 3 to get himself the win and keep this streak going. Oh my goodness, man.